Hey, what's up YouTube? Jack Litch here, coming to you from the Indie Gaming Lair. Today I have a game called Shadows of Forbidden Gods for you. Have you ever wanted to be an evil god and bring upon the apocalypse on the good of the world? Then guess what? This is the game for you. In the words of the game developer, a strategy game in which you attempt to bring about the apocalypse by moving covert agents through a complex fantasy world to accomplish a wide range of schemes, plots, and rituals. You start the game by bribing guards and infiltrating minor farming communities and slowly building up your forces until you're bringing about ice ages, eradicating entire nations with plague, summoning volcanoes, and commanding city-devouring snake gods. You play as a set of agents and corrupted heroes against the forces of good, the rulers and heroes of humanity, lead by the chosen one. They may be stronger than you and could eliminate your agents with ease, but you have the advantage of secrecy, and humans are easily turned one against the other. Why fight a war against a unified empire when you could shatter it into a civil war and clean up the pieces where the Orcus hordes? Well, this game has very positive at 80% right now. It was released in the 15th July 2023, but I believe that was when the early access came out, but I'm not too sure on that one. The price right now is $22.79, but the cheapest it's been is $3.41, and that was not the winter sale. And I can tell you right now, the game is worth that. You can't get much cheaper than that, guys, and it's way less money than a coffee at Starbucks, I believe. The developer is Bobby Two Hands, and the publisher is Forbidden Oak Games Limited. And Bobby Two Hands has another game, a previous game than this, and it's called Shadows Behind the Throne, and it kind of looks exactly like this game. So this game is pretty basic, and that's what I'm going to say to you is probably on the downside. Basic as in how it looks, but not how it plays. And definitely, if you go and play this game, start with the tutorial, and that will teach you a lot what you need to know. I'm just going to go through a normal game just to show you how everything looks and feels for kind of like a first impression. But a caveat here is that I have actually played this game last night in order to get a good understanding of it, and I ended up playing all night on it. So I did beat the game with the first god, and I ended up, yeah, unlocking all the other gods. So I can't actually wait to play the other gods to see how they play. So going into the options, very, very basic here, guys. You got rebind keys. You got a few options for music. You got fuller windowed for your screen. You can't even do the resolution. It just does it for what your native resolution is, and a bunch of other things. One of the important things though here is allow high zoom. Put that on because I'll show you why when I get into the game here with you. Anyways, let's start a new game. And this is the first god you'll play, She Who Will Feast, basically a snake god, and you're going to cause chaos and trouble all the way up to the point where the snake god bursts from the ground, and then you just go about killing everyone that's left and trying to get all the good guys pretty much dead. It was fun. I played it last night. I exploded the god out of the ground and was able to kill my way into a total victory, which was a lot of fun. Anyways, this is the first god. There's other gods here, and they have other mechanics. Istar, the Laughing King, then Ervia, Orpheum, the Divine Beyond, Mammon, Wealth of Man, Spirit of Mountain, Cordyceps, the Hive Mind. This is probably the god I'm going to try next because it's basically you're bringing about the basically the fungus zombie kind of apocalypse to the world. The Broken Maker, and all these have different kind of mechanics. Oh, and a bonus god, Death's Games. All these have pretty much different mechanics. There's a core mechanic, and then the different little mechanics that the gods can have. I can go through each one of them, but I'm not going to bore you with that. You can actually read that online if you like. Let's go right into it with She Who Will Feast. Okay, She Who Will Feast is designed to be simpler than the others, ideal for new players and game focused. The powers of She Who Feast focus on the spread of shadow, which is one of the baseline strategies in the game. She allows infiltration, locations, grants other agents faster, access to cities and witches' covens, enables faster and easier spread of shadow, which then unlocks powers available in shadowed regions. to harm the heroes and venture within. She will awake at the end, and the basic strategy is basically use your agents to infiltrate towns and cities and spread the shadow. Spread as much shadow as you possibly can to basically make sure that anyone who's encased in shadow will not attack you when you burst from the ground. Also, you just can cause massive chaos and civil wars, and uprisings to make sure that the good guys are pretty much weak before you come out. So let's pick her. Okay, so game options here. We're just going to do a random world, game seed, world size. We're going to keep it at the medium, but you can get actually pretty large. Difficulty, we'll keep that normal. I haven't gone through the actual advanced options, but we won't do that right now. We'll just go for a basic game to show you what it's like. Okay, guys, here we are. We're on the game map, and basically this is it, guys. This is the whole game. You're going to be spending 99% of your time on this screen because this is what the game is. There's going to be pop-ups that shows events and challenges and all that kind of stuff, but really most of your time will be playing the game on this map. Now, the reason why I had you do the zooming out is because you want to be able to zoom out all the way out and see your whole world. As you can see here, we were plopped down in the very north of the map here, and on this small little island. Then there's another mini little island here, and then there's a whole continent below. So it's going to look like probably we're going to infest these two islands here, and then we're going to have to deal with the heroes and everything in this continent. So let's get back down here. Now you're going to start off with your supplicant, and basically this is your first agent, and it's going to be human. And you have might, lore, intrigue, and command. Most important one is intrigue because that's how you're going to infiltrate places and do shadowing. And lore is basically your magic and arcane mysteries. Might is pretty much bashing people over the head, and command is commanding minions. So it's good to have minions having a buffer in front of you. So what we're going to do is that we're going to, first off, we want to look at something easy to infiltrate and to corrupt with our evil. And that would be probably either this covenant here, not the city, because that's a little bit too big right now. You want to infiltrate something outside that's connected to the city and that it supports so that you can weaken the city. So if you actually infiltrate a town or village or covenant or fortress outside the city, you can weaken it so that the security of it, hint, infiltration, dismiss, the security, which is 9 now for this city, will go down, and that you can actually infiltrate it better. So the security for this covenant is 1. So that's an easy one to do. And then see in this down over here in this village, it's all security 1, but then in the city it's 9. So want to make sure that you want to do something easier, infiltrate that, and it kind of infects it with a little bit of shadow and brings down the security of the city. Mostly, actually, you find that with the villages, but let's see if we can move our agent over to the covenant and get in there and infiltrate them. So we're going to infiltrate this holy site. And as you can see, we have +4, which is the intrigue. And it'll take us 19 turns to complete this challenge. And we're going to go, okay, we're going to complete this challenge, no problem. Now, what you notice up here, though, is that in your power, you have 1 of 1 power, seals broken 0 of 9. The seal breaks in 11 turns. So that will actually make sure that it'll go to 1 of 9. We'll gain more power then and agents to recruit and everything like that, but that'll be in the future. Our agents is 1 of 2, and we have 2 recruitment points. The agents, we can actually recruit 1. So what I'm going to do is go into recruit agent, and you've got the cursed, which, you know, is like a Medusa kind of thing. So you want to be a little bit more, you know, subterfuge and go into the city. So the trickster is a good one. The trickster has a pet monkey, and really, you know, the evil pet monkey is the best that you can actually have. It's really cool role playing on that. Might 3, lore 1, it's not very good at magic, and intrigue 4, which is just as good as our current agent, and command 2. And then the courtier is might 1, lore 2, intrigue 4, and command 3. So it's between these two ones I would actually suggest that you get first, just so that you can have the intrigue 4. Then you also have the dissident, which is also intrigue 4. That's an interesting one to have. It's kind of like your rebel that wants to actually do more, civil wars and all that kind of stuff, or the aristocrat, which is intrigue 3. And each of them have their own little specialties and stuff like that, and little bonuses. But for the purpose of the game, we're just going to probably pick the courtier. Okay, and now we get to pick where we want to put the courtier. So I'm going to put the courtier in this city right next to us. And you can actually spread the love around and put it in different cities and have them work in different areas, but I'm going to focus on this one area here. And so I'm going to select this city, and the courtier goes in, and then you get bonuses. Now, these are the different bonuses, and you can check them out in the different agents. Man of Means, when this trait is first acquired, gain 150 gold. So I can start off rich, and 150 gold is actually rich in the game. Familiar Face, while the unit's home location, that location loses 3 security. So that 9 security will automatically go down to 3, which is pretty good, but it doesn't compare to Noble Connections. Well, in a city, that location loses 1 security. So any city that I'm in, I can actually bring down by 1. So that's pretty much what I'm going to go for. So we're in this city, and it's what we want to do is that we want to infiltrate it. And if you look at the city itself, it has 3 places that you can infiltrate: the city palace, the docks, and the vast sewers. If you infiltrate the sewers, you can do things like put plague in the city. The docks, you can do a couple of other things, like little jobs over here, little challenges over here. And the city palace is the last one you can infiltrate after you do the docks and the vast sewers. And then once you do that, then you can really do a lot of, then the city's pretty much infiltrated completely, and will slowly go for your god, which is awesome. So anyways, what we want to do is that we want to probably start off with the docks. Now, both of them are complexity 250, which will take way too long because of the security. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bribe the guards off first, and then as I build up my points to unlock the infiltration, my other guy will also be infiltrating, and he will infiltrate and get this enshadowed, and then that will lower what I need to have to enshadow and to infiltrate the docks. So we're going to just start working on that. You can also, I could have also spawned over here and then just went into the village and started 2 places at once, and then you can get 2 places once or get this right away. It looks like they're in the same kind of kingdom, so yeah, so we're probably going to take them over anyways. Now you can actually look at different things like nations, map views. The map view here actually can really give you an understanding of what's going on. So here's, if you click on nation, you can see the different nations. So you got, this is a green nation. This is the same nation. This is the same nation. So we have one little blot here on this island and one little blot here for this island, and that would be the queendom of Nivis. And this is the kingdom of SS. Okay, so I guess they are different kind of kingdoms. So there are 2 different kingdoms. They kind of look like the same color though. And then this one's the queendom of Assam, and so on and so forth. And you can actually look at what's the infiltration, what's the awareness like, what's the modify finder. There's heroes, so you can actually look and take a look at where heroes are right now. Trade routes, character traits. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can actually take a look at. You can go through that if you like. So anyways, what we're going to do is that we're now going to try to take over this whole land here and make sure that we can just enshadow this, because we're right beside our Elder Tomb, and we want to make sure that this is all enshadowed first as our snake comes out. I mean, sometimes when the snake comes out, it will kill or possibly kill different sections of the city and the convent. So you might want to just maybe start at a different area and then not do anything with these guys and not waste your time because they might actually get destroyed anyways as the snake emerges. That's just that I know from the game I played last night. So anyways, all you have to do is end turn. Oh, I forgot to do selecting a new trait for the supplement. Conduit, whenever the agent completes an shadowing challenge, gains 2 power. That's kind of cool. Dying Light, when a human settlement increases shadow by 1 per turn. When I'm in the settlement, it'll just 1% shadow all the time, which is really good. When killed in a human settlement, all points of interest become infiltrated. That's pretty uh, interesting too. Martyr for the Dark. I would want to go for the Dying Light so I can get enshadowment. Keep on getting enshadowment in here. And as you can see, it's at 0 right now, but when we do our turn, it should go up to 1. And as you see, went up to 1%. Courtier completes Bribe Guards. So, money changes hands, the eyes look the other way. Gold is an effective key as any thief may ever hope to find. Go to. Now, we bribe the guards, and now we have a little bit of an advantage on the security in this area. And as you can see, it went from 250 complexity down to 200. So we're going to start with the docks, and it's going to take 50 turns now. I'm hoping that this guy, after he's done his turns, to get this place unlocked, then it'll go down even more for the guy in the city. And then I can do also for this fort over here, I can get this fort onto my side too. So it might take a little bit of time. High security infiltration. So it just warns you against high security infiltration. Some probably the rule is not to try to do cities right off the bat, but I like to get the city because sometimes you'll actually get bonuses and events that will make you fast track it anyways. And turn, and turn. As you can see here, we're already up to 6% for this convent. And the leader of the convent is Baron Ispersi Gersent. And he's basically the leader, and he has an heir. So it always shows the leader and the heir wherever you go. And here's the ruler of the city is King Rhesus Gersent and his heir. And then they have an army here too. And it's 39 hit points of army, Kingdom of SS, Army of SS. So we can actually get these two kingdoms to fight against each other if we wanted to. That's another thing, to actually weaken them up. So you can do a lot of different things in this game. And I really highly suggest you play the tutorial. It'll get you into the more mechanics of the basic game, and it's worth doing. But basically this game is more about creating your own story, right? So everything you're going to be doing, you're gonna initiate and then react to anything that actually happens, and it's all about the imagination, because basically this is what you're going to be doing the whole game. It's this map and these graphics, and that's it. And it's the stories that you're going to have. Like, for instance, if I move out of this and we know we're going to go into this continent here, and there could be like orcs around here. And as I can see, there's this yellow outline down in this area is a whole bunch of orcs. We can actually make a warlord, an orc warlord for an agent, get him started in here, and have him rise through the ranks and become the actual main warlord for all the orcs. And then we strike at the good guys, basically. And that could be a thing that you want to do. And that's probably what we would do in this game too. After we gained a few cities and everything, we would probably get a orc warlord and start doing that too. Having many different plans and evil plans to do against the humans and the heroes is a good thing. So we know that enshadowment is 2% here. Probably getting a little bit of enshadowment along with these guys. And we know that our guy is pretty much on challenge, infiltrate docks, 47 turns. He's only +4. He'll gain experience too. On the side here, you can see that you can go between your heroes pretty quickly. Once again, the tutorial is very helpful. And when you want to find out where your guy is right away, because you could have heroes on one side of the map and then the other side of the map too. So let's keep on going. Down to 14 turns. This is a hero. She just came right in. She's a witch. and she just jumped into the city, and you can tell that she's resting, resupplying, and you can tell what they're doing, basically what kind of jobs that they're looking at. Some of them are just hanging out, like this girl, sister here, probably from a convent, and here's another army. Okay, we just keep on going. So here's the different kind of screen here is what I was talking about for events. Now my courtier is trying to do his thing and trying to infiltrate, make a cult in the city at the docks. And a merchant of antiquities, as the courtier goes about their business, they are called by a trader sitting beside his assortment of wares. He's been watching for a while now and has realized that the courtier is involved in some affairs that may not want the guards knowing about. He assures the courtier that he has no intention of turning customers over to the guards, ensuring that the subtext is well understood, that if the agent does not make a purchase, they would not be a customer, and so might not be safe from his reports. He may, of course, not be trustworthy and possible the item brought will turn out to be not worth at all. Okay, the courtier is performing challenge, and it just tells you what you're doing right now. Now, we can just say, hey, screw it. You can talk to the guards about me, and that will bring up two important things. You'll gain 4 profile and 4 menace. And these things are right over here. So profile and menace. So right now I have 0 profile and 3 menace. Now profile is basically how easy you stand out and how easy it is to locate you. It's basically how popular you are. You don't want to be too popular because you don't want heroes coming after you basically. And with menace, it's basically how much trouble you've caused. And if you cause too much trouble, if you're too menacing, like if you're rampaging through the countryside, burning villages down, your menace will definitely go up to like 100%, and you'll just, be tracked down, and all the heroes will gang up on you. So you want to keep these ones as low as possible. Now, menace is the hardest one to keep low, so that's the one you really want to look out for. Profile, there's certain things you can do to actually keep that down. So let them call, it'll be like 4 profile, 4 menace, or we can buy a trinket for 20 gold, and we just get a common item. And we have 15 gold right now because I bribed the guard, so we can't do that. We can buy a potentially rare item, which is 30 gold loss, but we only get like a very, very, like 33% chance of getting an item. Or we can lose 40 gold and get like a random rare item or artifact level item. But we have no gold, so, well, we're going to go up 4 profile to 4 profile and up 4 menace to 7 menace. So we will not be extorted. And then here's the mid-challenge events. We can dismiss that. And this just tells you about the map views that I showed you before. So here we go. So we keep on going. So 9 turns left. Mediator Antennae Atur aware. So basically what this means is that this hero, is actually aware of what we are doing, or aware of what's happening. Not exactly who it is, but what's actually happening. So she basically is way over here on this continent right there, and for some reason her god has told her that she needs to do something about us, basically. And because she has these spikes around her, it just basically tells me she is the actual chosen one. So we have to worry about this one, because she'll go around and she can actually screw up our stuff. And if we do anything that makes her want to come after us, she will come after us and she will kill us. She has 5 might, 3 lore, 3 intrigue, and 9 command. And right now it'd be great if we had like a warrior, because we could just go and kill her, get as many minions as possible, and she has no minions or items yet. But this she will build up as time goes on. Now, if we killed her right away, world panic would go up, and then people would, know that we exist, and then another chosen one will basically appear, and they'll come after us. So it's always good to stay in the shadows as much as possible. Okay, so we can just forget about her for now, and concentrate on what we're doing with the what is this place called again? The House of Essos, or the Empire of Essos. Okay, so here we go. We have almost got the convent It only is going to take 9 more turns. Let's just speed on through. Oh, looks like we got the seal was broken. Another seal breaks, and your god comes closer to the return. And now we have powers unlocked, eyes in the shadows. Boost the infiltration in selected location. So basically, this means that we can use that power to instantly infiltrate a site. So let's go dismiss. And I knew that from before, so that's why I knew I'd stick in here. So what we can do is that because this fortress down here only has one place to infiltrate, fortress, we can use our power to then do eyes in the shadows and infiltrate that immediately. So right there, bam, the shadow creeps in, and now we have it 100% infiltration. So right now, that fortress has been completely infiltrated with our cult. So which is good. And now soon, in about 2 turns, this one will be infiltrated as well. And the shadow will start growing in this area. As we can see over here, security has now gone down to 5 because we have the fortress been taken over. And our guy now is 175 to actually unlock the docks and 34 turns. Now we could have actually infiltrated the city, but I wanted to do this fortress first, and then I knew this was going to come out. This will go down again and let us get the cities a lot faster than usual. So anyways, 2 more turns. Okay, the supplicant completes infiltrate holy site. Now the shadow will spread faster. Yay! Okay, we go to him. Now this one is done. So our supplicant now has Menace 7 and Profile 2 because he infiltrated the convent. Now, that's not really that much, so we don't really have to worry about it too much. But what we can do is rob the treasury of the convent, and then we can get a few extra gold because we have 0 gold right now. That complexity is 20, but it will give us 12 profile and 12 menace, which means that after that we should probably lay low. And laying low can only be done in cities and certain other areas, and basically that will make us bring those stats down, because you don't want to be, hey, I'm over here, and then the heroes will come over and pretty much kill you. Okay, so let's rob the treasury. So we're going to rob the treasury. Now that we have this infiltrated, let's look over here, and we see that the security has now gone down to 4. So now it's from 9 to 4, and now we're down to 150 to infiltrate the docks and 4 per turn. So now it's down to 26. So now pretty much halved it down from what it was before. And then we can keep on going. Before we do that, we know that in 10 turns we'll probably get another agent because another seal will be broken. Our power is still at 0 of 2. I'm going to wait. Once we get 2 more power, I'm going to pretty much infiltrate this village to make this city, get the city ready to be infiltrated by our cult. Okay, so Supplicant has gained a level. And what we want to do is bonus in command, bonus in might, intrigue, or lore. Basically, you get 1 up on your stat here on either one. Intrigue is always the best one to do, but lore is also great too because you want to, conjure up a well of shadows or any kind of magic. But in this case, stealthy, we lose 0.1 profile per point of intrigue every turn, which is really, really good because we want to bring down that profile and we want to bring down menace, but definitely anything to help with the profile will help us in the long run. So stealthy. Okay, so we got a stealthy supplicant doing his thing in the convent, and he's 5 turns away from robbing them blind. Let's see. Okay, you require 2 things to summon an agent, the space in the roster. Oh yeah, this just says space in the roster and a recruitment point. So basically we don't have a space in the roster, but we do have recruitment points. So we have to wait until we break another seal. Then life goes on throughout the whole map, and you can actually see different heroes doing different things. They'll go even to explore dungeon and everything. There are actual powers that you can use from your god to make it so that you can infest a dungeon with dangers and it will actually hurt the hero or even kill them maybe. if they're in there. So there's a lot of different things in this game and a lot of different powers, which are pretty cool. The other power that this guy has was cloud senses, which is basically the eyes fog and the ears ring. Process is difficult with the distractions, but is maddening and impossible to find their source. So basically, causes a unit engaged in a task to lose 10 progress towards that task. So it's a very basic thing. So if you had a hero coming in and trying to find you out, or trying to help another ruler become better and uh, take away the shadow or whatever like that, you can actually basically delay them with that power. I've hardly used that power at all. Basically, the best power that this snake has is Eyes of Shadows. There's some other really cool powers to use, but Eyes in the Shadows is probably the best one. Okay, so here we go. We're almost robbed them blind. Oh, another one. A night out at the inn. This week, the supplement finds, so you can tell which hero this event occurs with, which is the supplicant, and he's trying to rob them blind. And it says, this week the supplicant finds she has no more tasks to be completed. Everything is in order for now. No poisons or bribes. Administrator's office, no traitors, no accidents. Basically, it says you can actually go to a pub and be merry, and your menace can be reduced by 5, or you can keep a low profile and your profile is reduced by 12. This is a great event, but of course the best thing to do is the menace, because menace is the hardest thing to bring down. So I'm going to join the merriment and just get the menace down. Okay, menace is now down to 3. Basically, no one knows she exists, and no one knows what she's really doing, which is perfect. 2 turns left. 1 turn. Okay, so we are robbing the Baron of anything that he has. Now, he has no items, but he has 72 gold, so we're going to take that 72 gold and run. Done. The supplicant completes Rob Treasury. Go to. So now we're up to profile 13 and menace 15. We're going to run our evil doer here. Her robes are flying as we run into the city. And then as we run into the city, we're going to jump in and lay low. We're just going to lay low in the city. This is now up to 27% enshadowment, and it's just going to keep on growing. What we can do later on, after we get everything calmed down with the supplicant, is go back and do a Well of Shadows, which is probably what we're going to do. 2% here in this fortress that we infiltrated ourselves, and 8% in the city of Essos. And what do we got here? We got 21 turns left for infiltrate the docks. Okay. And our bribe might be nope, our bribe is still active, so that's good. Here we go. We're gonna end. Okay, so the Cartier is being washed by old ladies. So unfortunately, the old ladies have found us out. Pretty much we're running around and they found us out. And so what are we gonna do? We could kill the witnesses and gain 10 menace, which basically will bring us up to 17 menace, or we can do nothing and draw without drawing further suspicion and gain 10 profile, or we can abandon the challenge. Of course, you're not going to abandon the challenge. That's the worst thing you could possibly do, because you did have to start the challenge all over again. So we're going to give it to the profile, because profile is easier to bring down. Okay. Now we're up to 14 profile and 7 menace. He's more well known in the city, basically. So we're going to go end turn. So orc suppression. The Peroni Valley Horde has lost their upstart leader because he's died in the wilderness and has fallen back. So the upstarts will come up and they'll pretty much want to lead the horde into battle. Looks like this poor upstart tried to start his adventure and got killed. So that's okay. See, the world is alive and it's still doing what it wants to do, and basically you're in the background, which is really cool because that really brings it alive. And of course, this is where all the stories happen. Okay, national religion. Queen Perarium Raskur has ordained that their nation will forcibly adopt a new religion, Sisterhood of Faith. Okay, so once again, new religions start happening, and people might not like it. There might be like unrest and everything there, but There's a new religion for her queendom. But right now, we don't care because we only care about the kingdom or the queendom of Essos. Yeah. Okay. 18 turns to go. He's gone. He's laying low, and his profile's gone down to 10 and 13, down to 8. So it goes down by 2 each turn, and 12, 11 and 7. See how menace doesn't really go down too much. Okay, another seal's been broken, and your god is more powerful. Now I have maximum power increases to 3. We've gained an agent slot, so we have another agent, and then now we're a fleeting servant. Creates a fleeting servant modifier on a given location as a distraction for heroes and believe it to be a threat. 30 profile and 50 menace, which is huge, and may engage in short quest to defeat it, which would be a waste of time because it's like an illusion. So we can just make a hero run away from that. Now we got another agent, guys. Okay, so we're gonna create another agent. We got a cursed. We can do a trickster. Gonna get her over on the other side and start doing evil things to the other cities on that side. We can do a dissident. We can start, some unrest everywhere. The aristocrat could help us out with more intrigue. She can do some stuff too. Then we got generic agents. The Hierophant, which is basically like a cult of Hierophants, basically preaching our cult to other people and infiltrating other holy orders. The Warlock, which is basically our lore guy, so he can go around doing more evil things like starting the well of shadows and everything like that. We can do that. That'd be great. Or the Warlord, which is the Orc, and the other ones here are shaded out because we don't have yet what it takes to actually to have them, and it does actually tell at the bottom there what you need to actually unlock them. So, let's try the Warlord, or should we just go right for the Warlock and not for? Let's cancel that. Let's move on down to where the orcs are. So we got a pretty large orc area here. Might be worth it. Might be worth trying to... There's only one fortress, actually. There's not 2 fortresses. There's only 1 fortress. Only a small little orc area. We could easily probably do it, but it might not be worth it right now to go for it. We might need a little bit of help from a warlock, I think. I'm going to go for a warlock. So we're going to create a warlock, and we're going to put them... We can put them right here at this city. Select. We're going to go for death magic, and then we're going to move the warlock over here. So I'm bringing him up here, and then I'm moving him over here. He's going to try to move there at the fastest way of doing it, which is pretty much he has to go up into this city, and then as you can see, everything needs to be connected by these lines. So he'll go up to here, and then he'll go to the reef, then the other reef, then to the city, and then over this area here. Okay. Something is laying low has reached the minimum profile value. So now he's at 5 profile and 9 menace. We can keep him laying low, and he'll just go down 1 tick at a time at menace. But what we're going to do now is we are going to... See, this is it. What should I try? Oh, there's a coven right here of witches. This is what we need. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my supplicant down to this coven to infiltrate them, because that's really good to have as a coven of witches. And then I'm going to use the power, my power, Eyes in the Shadow, to infiltrate this village. Now this village is infiltrated. It will start generating enshadowment, and it will start getting this guy lower and lower, and this guy lower and lower in security. So that starts the wheels moving there. And we'll get the supplicant over here to the coven to start his little evil doings there and infiltrate them. Okay. Everything's moving. We got a hero coming in, and he is performing consecrate. So he's probably consecrating, going to perform a consecrate somewhere. He shouldn't even be worrying about us because I don't think we're even close. Well, we're getting pretty high in Shadow Man, so he might come down. We might have to do something against him. Opinion swayed. Another opinion for a holy order. Some more religion stuff that we don't care about right now. And so he's now in the Elder Tomb. He's coming in. Oh, so he is there. He's consecrating the convent to make sure that it's harder for it to get enshadowed. Well, and he is 3 might. We're pretty weak, so we can't do anything to him. But as he's doing that, I wonder if I can do the Well of Shadows. I'm going to do the Well of Shadows as he's doing that. It takes 14 turns. And he might consecrate, but then we'll get the Well of Shadows. I'm hoping that will actually stop him. So let's see here. Challenge, infiltrate docks, 23. Only 23 turns left for that. And we're here now in the Coven. And now we're going to infiltrate the Coven. And that only takes 13 turns. Okay, so basically this is how the game goes. And you can, I know I probably made a little bit of bad choices here and there, but in normal difficulty and with this god, it's really forgivable, and it doesn't really, if you make a bad choice here or there, it's okay. But this is basically the game. You're just going around, you're infiltrating, you're doing little things here and there. You can even you can steal a ruler's item. I can steal this ruler's item, right? And then move it over here to this city and like basically frame this ruler with that item. And then they'll start, hating each other. And as far as I can go, I can get escalate to a vendetta, cause a scandal. You can make it so that these two nations hate each other, and they'll go at each other and start killing each other. So which is all good. The best thing to do though that I found is that what I'd do is that I'd just shadow everything here and here. So these 2 islands will be completely under my sway. And then these guys will know what's happening. And of course the chosen ones right here. And then they'll start coming up. And as I've completely enshadowed these guys, I'll start little civil wars and orc uprisings on this continent. And they'll just be in pretty much in tatters. As my god bursts from his tomb, and then it's over. That's how that basically goes. Let's see if I can go a couple more, see if anything happens that's anything more exciting. You got another watched. I'm watched again, so I'll kill them off. I'll gain 10 minutes. There we go. Keep on going. Religious tension starts happening between the daughters of Pittas and sister Risi. So, and then sabotage. Baron has sabotaged the queen. Perium following some personal grievance. They all have personal grievances. They all have their grudges. They all have different relations and everything. That's how the story unfolds, and it's really interesting to see. You can actually go into, let's say, this guy, and you can see that his bonuses and what he has for any items, minions, bonuses, where his city he comes from and everything. So you can even I think look at who he likes, who he dislikes. He dislikes combat, so actually we can a hero who dislikes combat, which is actually pretty cool. We can actually get someone in there to kill him if we wanted to. Once again, though, that'll bring up the World Panic. Our World Panic is 6%, so we can pretty much do anything that we want to do. Let's see what happens when he's done his. So there's tension. Yeah, we don't care. So he's driven back the shadow from the convent. And so, that stops me. Warlock canceled challenge. Well, sounds no longer valid. Okay. So basically, he brought it back down to 0. And then he's probably going to move away from here. I'm going to bring the guy down to here and probably start a Well of Shadows in this location. Yeah. And this will get both of them in shadow anyways. So see if he moves out of the way. Okay, nobility and opportunity. So we have basically we have an opportunity to either get 25 gold or we can decrease our menace. Um, we don't have much gold, so let's go for 25 gold. Uh, we also have a military oppression, so we can either agent's profile is increased by 8 or challenge. We lose 12 challenge points. But we just started this, so we don't care. We don't want to increase our profile on menace, even though they're at 0 actually. We can do the he will not comply. There we go. Okay, our supplicant. Their fate is hard to foresee. We only have one choice here. 50% chance of a hero remembering the good in my circle and gaining a liking for to them, or 50% chance of gaining 40 elder influence. Well, we'll take that. Slowly, the witches, outcasts from humanity, are falling away from the light. Oh no! Yeah, good. So basically, our supplicant is doing a good job. 2 turns left, and we've infiltrated the coven. Let's do it. Oh, war. War has been now declared between basically the horde of orcs and the ruins of. Oh, the orcs are going after each other. I guess there are 2 factions of orcs. Oh well, they're not going against the humans, which is bad for us. Anyways, so now the coven has been infiltrated. So the coven has been infiltrated, and now we can. The security for here has gone down to 4 for a city. At now 4 is really good, and the security is 7 for here. So this city is prime for the next attack. In fact, we're going to go into magic. We're going to go into here, and then we're going to. We have 72 gold because of our robbing. We're going to lay low for a bit, and then we're going to rob. And then here, we have 4 turns left, and we got the docks. So 1, 2, laying low is done. And now we have seal is broken, and dangers in the dark, and the serpent coils. Okay. So we have another power that increases the danger of all quests and neutral challenges. This is the one I was talking about. It's really great if the chosen one is doing some quests and you can just make it dangerous for them and really hurt them, and then you can actually kill them. And serpent coils infiltrates trade routes. I haven't really tried this one. It starts at ends in fully infiltrated city, causing it to get 1% shadow to all locations it passes through each turn for 25 turns. Haven't really done this one before. I don't really seem that that's that really that great anyways. We don't get another agent. We'd have to wait for another seal. Okay. But we're up to 2 out of 4, and then from here we can slowly, you can only do this once, by the way, to someone that has not been infiltrated. So if we go into this city, we can actually use the power in this city, and then that infiltrated the temple. There's actually 4 places in here, so that's a lot of places. And now we're going to use our supplicant to bribe the guards. And then we are going to infiltrate, and now it's complexity 100. And that's a lot lower than it was before. And we're going to do the library, and it's only going to take 25 turns. So that's pretty good. So anyways, our Well of Shadows is coming along. It'll be done in 7 turns, and Infiltrate Docks will be done in 1. Yay! The docks are ours now. And now we can actually steal a ruler's items if we wanted to. So, and then whisk it away to this city and plant it if we wanted to do that. But yeah, since we're going to shadow everything here, probably not going to do it. So anyways, we can bribe the guards again because the bonus is away from us. And as you can see, it went back up to 175, and it's supposed to be at 150, I believe, right now. Anyways, that's pretty much the game. I mean, there's a lot of other different things, and the tutorial will help you out, but it's pretty good. I like the game itself. It's almost like a massive board game, because it's just one basically screen here, and you can do a lot of different things to it, but it's not an action game, guys. So if you want like a slow, easy burn for a night, and you want to just do some evil plans and take out heroes and create your own stories and use your own imagination, then this is the game for you. I would have given it a 6 out of 10 actually because of the graphics, and it's only one form and one place to actually play it, and I didn't really have the imagination or the ambition to actually get into it until last night. But when I got into it, I really got into it, guys. So I'd have to give it a 7 out of 10 because if you build your own story, this can be very entertaining. I mean, last night I had this giant, the Survivor, which was like this ice giant, and he had 5 wolves basically, and I had him going around taking over the orcs and doing a whole bunch of raids, and it was causing turmoil, like turmoil after turmoil with the nations, and I was poisoning people, and I was just doing all these different things. I was basically planting and causing scandals in 2 different nations, and they were going after each other, and there was wars going on, and there's an alliance that sprouted up against me, and I had infighting in that alliance, so that the heroes were killing each other. It was great actually. It was really a lot of fun. So once you get past the learning curve, once you get into and building your own game from your own imagination, well, not building your own game, building your own story from the game itself, you can have a lot of fun with this game. So I'd have to give it a 7 out of 10 on that. Anyways, definitely worth $3.41. I'd say even as low, if it went down to $10 or $12, I'd definitely get it. $22.79. If you're huge into wanting to be an evil god, then this is the game for you, and that's totally worth $22.79 for sure. And that's Canadian too, so in the US, it's even cheaper than that. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, anything to help out my channel as it's growing. And I will see you next time.